Rev up your engines. Okay, people always complaining about Toyotas being boring. Well, here's one that isn't boring by any stretch of the imagination and can get 38 miles a gallon. It's a Toyota Crown Signia. Now, Toyota calls it a two-row SUV, but I don't care what Toyota says. It looks like a station wagon to me, right? Okay, they don't like it. It's a dirty word for them, station wagon. But, hey, this particular one's a brand new one, 2025, all-wheel drive Crown Signia. And as you can see, it's a beautiful looking car. The black rims, trim accentuate the white. It's a beautiful looking car. And yeah, the guy actually gets 38 miles a gallon. These things are hybrid only. You can only get these hybrid. That's how they work. But when we look under the hood, got a nice 4-cylinder engine, big size. And as you can tell by the orange, it's also hybrid. Now, it's not a plug-in hybrid. You don't have to worry about plugging the thing in. It charges itself while you drive. It's a true hybrid. Toyota's got pretty good systems. It started with the Prius with a lot smaller engine. Every year they improve them, and you'll see when we take it for a spin, this thing is no slouch. It's got plenty of get up and go, and it actually does get 38 miles a gallon. That's not some made-up thing. It's real. It's not, this is rated at that. And if you have range anxiety with an electric car, total range is 531 miles. If you're not driving like a maniac, I mean, if you're driving 60 miles an hour, it'll go that far. And your butt is going to say no. And your bladder is going to say no too. So, but there's no range anxiety with this car. Toyota hit the nail on the head with making hybrids and gradually improving them. The ride, the transmission. Now, I know everybody says, well, you hate CVTs, and this has a CVT, but this is an ECVT, electronic CVT. It's not like the cheaply made ones for gasoline cars only that aren't hybrids. They have belts and pulleys, and truthfully, I don't like them. I think they stink. This is an ECVT. It has actual gears in it. They're a cousin of the old ones, but they don't have problems anymore. Toyota first made the Prius more than 2 decades ago. They did have problems, and they get 160, 170. The electric motor generator would burn out because it wasn't cooled correctly. Toyota's engineers figured out, all we got to do is spray transmission fluid on top of the electronics and the bearings, and they won't wear out. Now, I don't know how the heck they did this, because you'd think pouring hot transmission fluid on electronic parts would short them out, but I've seen them with 300,000 miles, and they're still going strong. So Toyota knows how to make things and how to gradually improve them, unlike, say, Ford Motor Company. Now, since Toyota's been making these hybrids a really long time, I tell people, really, it's not something that you have to worry about breaking down for a long, long time. Now, the owner of this car follows me, and he broke one of my rules. This is the first year that the Toyota Crown Signia came out, and he bought it. Now, mind you, they had the Toyota Crowns that were sedans, and this is the first time that they turned it into what they call two-row SUV. I still say it's a station wagon, I don't care, right? But most of the stuff is pretty similar. He hasn't had any problems with it at all. He loves driving it around. And the strange thing, his other car is a Tesla. He bought a Model 3, and he's going to try to convince me that the full self-driving, although it isn't full self-driving, actually works quite well. So in the future, I'll try driving it around. I'll let it drive me to the Rural King and back, see how things go, you know? He really likes this car because this is his main car. He's no fool. He doesn't take the Tesla Model 3 to drive around the country in. He takes this. With the range that it has, 500-something miles, hey, you have no range anxiety. And as I said, it's not a plug-in hybrid. So you never plug it in. You don't have to worry about looking for charging stuff or sticking a charging thing if you live in an apartment. No, it just is like a regular Prius. It charges itself while you're driving down the road. And it's a boost. So that's how an SUV can get 38 real miles a gallon. Not rated. That's what he's actually getting. It's real. It's not make-believe. I got to give kudos to Toyota because look, they finally got rid of that giant gaping front that I hated with the scowling mouth. Now look, it looks much more functional. Got a cleaner look to them. It's got the tiny little headlights, right? And yes, it still has a nice set up for driving in the fog. It's got all the sensors. It has active cruise control. My son swears by it in his van. He's got a Sienna van that's a hybrid too, and he swears by it. He loves it. It is a pretty good system. I've driven them. You don't have to think anymore. Gee, I got to turn the cruise control off. I got to slow down. I got to speed up. I've got that thing pretty down pat with the sensors that Toyota's using. And check it out. The headlights even have a little squirter, so if they get dirty. A good idea because they're small headlights, so a squirter would help. But at the same time, of course, it's a Toyota. Look, here's the air filter. No hassle. Fuse box. Everything is easily accessible. Not that he's probably going to have to access anything for quite some time, from my experience with hybrid Toyotas. So, the inside is nice. Now, I realize it's not real leather, it's that faux leather, that stuff that they make, but it's beautiful looking, and from my experience, it holds up quite well. And it cleans a lot easier than leather. It's getting really hot, so let's start this baby up. Of course, it's push button start. We'll get a little AC blowing on me here. Let me look inside. Check this out, look. It opens the other way too for the passenger. That's kind of cool, you know? It's got a nice setup here. And finally, Toyota's integrated their reading panel with the dash. It's not something sticking up, look ugly. It follows the flow of the car. After all, this is a pretty luxurious car. The various things you can turn off, lane departure if you want. Intelligent cruise control I was talking about. I mean, and you can see, look, his total average is 37, and that's highway and city. It's pretty good for a vehicle that is as much fun to drive as this is. And of course, he's got the grandkids seat in the back. And as he said, there's a sunroof. It doesn't open, so you get the sun if you want. You can slide it over and hide it if you want, so you don't have to have the sun blaring on you. Pull it back when you see. Let's face it, these things, when they open, they leak. It's usually too humid outside or too windy anyways. AC is what you want. All the features you can see here, the speed limit is 25 miles an hour, tells you that. And it's showing you all the collision avoidance stuff. Now, it shows you how the EV, when it's charging, and when it's running eco, when it's running power. Drive modes that you can play with. Look. You can do eco, you can do normal, you can do sport, and you can even customize it. It'll list and drive on EV alone, but you're not going to go very far. Toyota doesn't even list range. They say short distances, low speed. This isn't a plug-in hybrid, so the electricity is to get better gas mileage and more power, not to drive. I mean, you can sneak up on somebody going in their driveway or something, but you can't drive it very far. It's not like, let's say, a plug-in RAV4 that I have seen go 55 miles on the highway on electricity alone. It's not that type of vehicle. Like I said, you can put it in EV mode, but really, it's not going to go all that far. Driving them fun, so I'm hooking it up in sport mode. There's the sport mode. We got it in sport mode now. So here we go. We got to turn the parking brake off. Took a few seconds to get it. You got all kinds of views. Beautiful camera setup. Top view, side view. You can hear it's making the noise that partially electric cars have to make when the motor's not running, so people know there's a car coming. Totally smooth. We got it in drive and in sport. Of course, it's not making any noise. It's on electricity, but soon, yeah, the engine kicked in. Smooth ride. Very quiet. We'll see what it does on our little drag strip up in the sky here. We'll see how it handles here. Nimble handling. It's technically an SUV, but really kind of handles like a car, right? You know, it's the same platform as the car, basically. And I wouldn't even call it an SUV anyways. It's a station wagon. Look out the back. It's even got little windows in the back, like a station wagon. Now here we go up here to our little drag strip. We'll wait till this guy's out of the way. We'll look, is anybody coming? No. And it does have a digital rear view mirror. It's interesting. It's using a camera. It's got a digital rear view mirror on it. And if you got older eyes, you got to kind of look up to see it sometimes. That's one thing that's got to offer old people. Well, here we go. You can see it took off and started to peel off, but of course the traction control kicked in. And hey, nice sporty drive. That's where the electric motor comes in. Instant torque in an electric motor as soon as you hit it. And you want to accelerate. We're going 38. We'll floor it. You can see it climbs up nicely. Not a race car, but I mean, we were doing 59 pretty quickly. And it didn't knock the gas mileage down yet. It still shows 37 miles a gallon. So, it's not one of these things that when you flood, your gas mileage goes down the toilet. These hybrids are set up pretty well. The only thing the owner didn't like was, since the roof's kind of short down a little for its station wagon-y look, the windshield is angled in a lot. You can see everything, but he was complaining that if you're a little shorter, it kind of cuts off a little bit. I don't think it's all that bad, but it doesn't have the wide field of view that a lot of SUVs do. Well, interior, nice colors, and these leatherette seats are extremely comfortable. Very smooth riding vehicle. We'll come to a stop over here, and we'll see what kind of a turning radius it is. Nice turning radius, no problem at all. Making a U-turn. And that ECVT is very smooth. You know? It's not like the early ones with no pickup. When you step on it, it does more than make noise. It accelerates too. Because it does have gears in it. It's just electric. Instead of having a hydraulic system drive it, it's all done by electricity. Set it up himself. He's got it on dash cam, and hey, he's in a fast old man. Got a radar detector too. He's not taking any chances. He added that on, which is very easy to do. Hey, I love this large screen. It's well integrated into the dash. It's not ugly like the older Toyotas were. It fills in. It doesn't look like an afterthought that somebody glued on it. Very smooth handling on the curves. Like I say, it drives more like a car than an SUV because it's based on a car. And it's got a loud enough turn signal. You can actually hear it. I hate the ones that are so quiet you can't hear it. As an aside, check it out. I like how the map swings when a car swings. Watch when we make a turn. It's kind of entertaining. We're going up. And there it goes. It's turning with us. Might make you seasick if you look at it too much, though. So there you have it. If you're thinking about buying a two-row SUV that really gets 38 miles a gallon, fun to drive, legendary Toyota quality, I might even go so far to say you can break my one rule of don't buy the first year something is made, because yes, it's really a station wagon, and they made sedans before, but they call it an SUV. Even though it's the first year of it, everything else is still the Toyota stuff they've been making. It's not like it's a radical departure like, say, a Ford Mustang Mach-E that had nothing to do with Mustang, but it's an electric car made in Mexico that they've had all kinds of problems with, right? That was a new vehicle, right? The Ford Lightning EV was a new vehicle. They both failed. This isn't new. It's got Toyota's technology that's been out there forever. It is fun to drive. It's a beautiful looking car. They make a really nice red one. My wife hates red, so I'd never get that, but I gotta finish this so he can go away before my wife comes and sees this and starts pestering me about buying her one. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.